Do you ever find yourself stuck in this waiting room of life, endlessly scrolling through your hopes and your dreams, wondering when is the perfect time to start? Well, spoiler alert, there is no perfect time. There's no perfect moment. Today, we're breaking free from paralysis of perfection. Like, think about this. What if the key to your success, your hopes, your dreams isn't waiting for the perfect time, but embracing the imperfect moment? Are you ready to dive in and unlock the power of taking action? Let's go. Look, welcome back. We all have goals and dreams that we want to achieve. We get excited about the possibility of accomplishing things that are going to change our lives. Maybe it's a health goal. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's business. Maybe it's career. Maybe it's a relationship goal. But as soon as we get excited, here comes self-doubt. Here comes limiting beliefs. Here comes procrastination. And we wait for the perfect time. Or we wait for everything to be aligned before we take massive action. But the truth is, you can actually start in that moment, right? We can start today. And so that's what we're going to break down. The first thing that we have to look at is overcoming perfectionism. Like, raise your hand if you've ever delayed a project or a goal or a dream that you really wanted to happen because everything wasn't aligned. Everything wasn't just right. I know I've done that many, many times. And so perfection is the enemy of progress. So we have to get started. You have to encourage yourself to take action in that moment. I remember when I wanted to lose weight and I was about 50 pounds overweight. I said, I have to get back in shape. I'm going to make it my mission for the next 12 months to lose this weight. And so I got excited about it. I made the declaration, and then I said, I'll start next week. And next week came and I didn't really take action. I took a little bit of action. I started a little bit, and I would go through this roller coaster of eating healthy and working out, and then I would stop for a few weeks, and then I'd jump back in for a week or two and stop. And what happened was, it was just a form of me procrastinating. If I had started in that moment when I made that declaration, that would have gave me the momentum right then and there. And what happens is, so many of us, we do that. We have a goal or a dream and we say, oh, I'll wait till my birthday, or I'll wait till 2 weeks before the wedding, or I'll wait until this month and then I'll finally write that book. I'll finally start that business. I'll finally start exercising. When there is something that you can do right now. So you have to challenge yourself to take action in that moment while you're excited about that goal or that dream. You got to stop procrastination right away, because if you delay it, you're programming your mind to say it's okay. You're programming your mind to say maybe instead of I should. So whenever you have this goal, you have this dream, and you're fired up about taking action, do something in that moment. That's how you beat procrastination, because the longer you delay, the less likely you are to take consistent action. So take action in the moment. And look, if you have a goal or a dream that you haven't really acted on, make today that moment. Maybe you can do some research. Maybe you can read a book, take a course, reach out to somebody, map out a plan, or take some type of action towards that goal and that dream. And that's one way that you defeat procrastination, but it's one way that you defeat perfectionism, because perfectionism is just another way to procrastinate. Now is your time. Now, I want you to say this with me: progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. So just get started. The next big myth that we have to tackle is the money myth, right? How many of us have said, I don't have the money right now to get started. I don't have the money to start this business. I don't have the money to launch this project. I don't have the money to go to the gym, right? I don't have the money to invest in myself, or to invest in my business, or to invest in my finances. I just need money, right? I've said that so many times. But we have to start with what we have. If you have a big dream, You have to take a small step towards that dream. You got to start small. And don't let money be a barrier to get started. We have something that's called the internet. And you can look anything up on the internet, right? There's so much research that you can do. There's so many people to follow who have free tools and resources and information. There's books that you can buy at a low cost. Don't let money be a barrier to you getting started, right? It's just another way for you to justify not taking action. Start with what you have. Start with the money you have. Start with the knowledge, the experience, whatever it is that you have. Start with what you have. And so many of us say, well, I just don't have the money to do that right now. If I had the money, I would do this. Money is in the way. I can't launch this business because I don't have the money. I can't move into this new home because I don't have the money. Don't allow money to stop you from the goals and the dreams that you have. See, when you can step back and you can get information and knowledge from other people who are already doing what you want to do or who already have what you want to have, at least you can begin with a plan. At least you can begin to start to map things out. At least you have a framework to start working with to make that goal or that dream a reality. So start small, dream big. It's never about how. It's about getting clear about what you want, why it's a must, and then the how will come by taking action. By the way, look, if you're loving this content, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below for more content like this. Look, the third thing that we have to tackle is planning versus doing. Planning is so crucial, but don't let it get in the way of you taking action. So many people want the perfect plan. Well, the perfect plan doesn't exist. You learn and adapt as you go. So stop overthinking it and just get started. It's all about action. Action fuels achievement. Progress equals belief. I've said this so many times, and when I speak on stages, when I talk to people, coaching clients and audiences, I always say this. One of the biggest lies we've ever been told is that you just have to believe in yourself. Just believe and you will achieve. Well, that's not true. And what if you don't believe in yourself in that moment? You shouldn't get started? That's absolutely false. Progress equals belief. So the more progress you make on a goal or a dream, the more you actually think, maybe I can do this. And so if that's the case, you just got to get started. There's no such thing as a perfect plan. There's no such thing as having everything mapped out perfectly. Things are going to come up that you didn't expect. There's going to be barriers and roadblocks. There's going to be times when you want to quit. But if you know why and you have that desire in your heart to make something a reality, you just got to get started, right? You can't let planning be a barrier. And as you get started, you can start to plan along the way, and the plan may start coming into fruition, but don't say, I need the perfect plan to get started, because there is no perfect plan. Just start today. Something else that I want to talk to you about too is that there's this ripple effect, right? I don't know if you've ever taken action on something and it increased other areas of your life. It was a positive chain reaction. And that's what it takes. Like, small steps lead to big outcomes. And I remember when I was really pouring into myself, I wasn't happy with where I was in my life. I wasn't happy with my job. I was overweight. And I realized that I had to do something about it because I just didn't feel like this was as good as my life should be. And I remember saying, okay, I am going to make a commitment to personal development. I'm going to start reading a chapter, every week of a motivational book. I'm going to start watching YouTube videos that are inspiring. I'm going to start going to seminars. And I thought it was just going to change like who I was and get me back to who I knew I was meant to be. But it changed so many other areas of my life. It had this ripple effect with my health and my relationships and my confidence. And it actually gave me clarity in terms of what I should be doing out here in the world. So when you take a small step, there is this ripple effect, and it positively impacts other areas of your life. So think about that. What is the one thing that you can do right now that's going to shift your life in a major way that will probably have a positive effect on other areas of your life? Maybe it's your health and wellness. Maybe it's your confidence. Maybe it's your relationship. Maybe it's your finances. But I really want you to think about this. And look, you just have to start. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect anything. You just got to get started. Like, just think about if you did research today. Just think about if you read that book today. Just think about if you talk to somebody who's already doing what you want to do. See, you can do that right now. You don't have to wait. There is no perfect time. There is no right amount of money. You just got to start with what you have. And trust me, starting small, taking that first step, oftentimes is the most challenging thing. Once you take that step and you develop a pattern of taking consistent action, then the plan will come. Then the vision will be more clear. Then the belief will come. But you just got to get started. Writing that book, starting that podcast, starting that business, asking for that promotion in your job, traveling to that place that you've always dreamt about. You got to get started now. Look, I want you to let me know which one of these tips and which one of these things stood out to you the most. Let me know in the comments. And look, my friends, the truth is we have to stop waiting for the stars to align. You got to embrace imperfection and work with what you have. You got to take that first step today. And I believe that you have a champion inside of you. I believe that you have greatness within you. The challenge is you have to get started on your goals and your dreams in order to realize your potential. You have to stop hiding and stop playing small and make a decision to take action right now. Make a decision that now is your time, and your future self will thank you. If you love this video, please leave a comment, please subscribe to the channel, and check out this next video right here.